Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Fenixx, flying into the moment yet again, and radiating love as always. And in this video, I think I'm just going to chat with you all, and some real talk today. I've been doing a lot of my videos as lives lately, but I'm finally getting around to just uploading a regular video. And I was going to actually start the astrological placement education videos where I would roll these die here, and then based off of what came up, I would talk about that. I'm not going to start that today. I'm not going to start it until I create a new intro for my videos. So, and just because I want it to be fresh, I want it to be new, I want to kind of breathe new life into this channel, because I do feel like I've kind of hit some stagnancy, and I'm prone to doing this. I've done this several times where I just feel like, I get to a point where it's like I have a certain method, I have a certain routine, but lately I've been feeling like I've been doing just the bare minimum. And I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this. You guys don't see it, but I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. I'm a Virgo. I have Virgo in the 10th house, so that's my midhaven. And I have Jupiter in Virgo, even though it's the 9th house technically, based off of my ascendant. Actually, it depends on what you use. If you use equal, Jupiter is in the 10th house. If you use Placidus, my Jupiter ends up in the 9th house. But I get very particular about how I do this stuff, and I can't get very much so. Mars is in my 10th house right now, so it's like I want to make sure that I'm acting accordingly to how I really want it to look and how I feel like it's going to, benefit you all the most, and just something that I can really be proud of. But lately here, over the past couple of weeks, I've been really pondering the direction of my channel, and really been pondering, why am I doing this and stuff. And it's like I've admittedly have experienced all the emotions, from wanting to delete my YouTube channel to wanting to just keep on pushing out videos. But then I'll get into these moods where I'm like, if I'm not really feeling it, I don't necessarily want to make a video because I want to make sure I bring the best. But then you hear certain ideologies was like, well, when you don't want to do something, that's when you have to do it the most, because that's the only way you're going to be successful. Is when you do, is like, there are going to be times where you don't want to do something, but you got to do it. And it's like, I agree and I disagree. It's like, if your vibration, if you're really not feeling it, you shouldn't really force yourself to feel it. And to do it. And I think we just live in such a success hungry world, especially here in the Western world, where it's like everyone's clawing for success when we already are rather successful. I'm able to pop on here and make a video. I have access to the internet. I have a cell phone. I have a roof over my head. I just ate lunch. It was a late lunch, but I just ate a little bit of lunch. A lot of us, especially if you're watching this, you are successful, because it's like we're living in a period where we're trying to find things to be wrong with our lives. We're trying to find some type of animosity so we can fight, because for such a great part of human history, we've had to fight to survive. We've had to fight to live. And lately here, really, it's been recent, but I guess you can go back a little bit further, but recently within the last 100 years, we have achieved this level of opulence in a way. And opulence always sounds like you have to be rich, you have to have a lot of money, you have to have nice cars, you have to have nice clothes, but there is a level of opulence that we have reached in the world today that we only have experienced for maybe a couple of generations. Yeah, you can go back further, you can say that maybe we've been experiencing this for a few hundred years or so, but even then, that's only 5 or 6 generations compared to the hundreds upon thousands of generations that we as humans have lived, where we were just literally doing what we could to survive. We didn't even know where our next meal was going to come from. We had to now it's just, things are different. And I think what's happening right now is that a lot of us, our psyche is fighting with our ego in a sense, but this ego has a lot of anecdotal evidence to suggest that we still need to fight to live, or we still have to fight to survive. And it's like, I have been feeling in many ways that I have to fight to survive, it's like, and I don't want to see anyone else who does YouTube videos as competition, but realistically it kind of is. We're competing for views, and I have admittedly been wishing that I had more views and more subscribers and stuff, and it shouldn't be all about that, and it's not, because I thoroughly enjoy providing this content for you all. But I have to acknowledge and be truthful about myself and have integrity, and just realize, my faults, and where, like, really, what am I wanting to do with this? Like, am I just doing this just because I'm interested in it? Am I wanting to educate people? Am I wanting to really bring about this astrological and esoteric language and make it more of a normal thing, to where, like, any random person that you meet on the street knows their moon sign, or knows their Venus or their Mars sign, or like, and then I feel like a lot of things we'll be able to relate to each other better if we knew these things. Of course, there's also the weird flip side, like, what if we go too far and people, and I'm sure this happens to people when they're trying to, like, get pregnant, what if they try to aim for certain signs, or they want them to have certain moon signs? They can get very, very crazy. I don't even know how you can get it down to that point. Maybe you can get it down to, like, some of the other planets, like, say, Venus or Mars or whatever like that. You look in advance, it's like, oh, we got to get pregnant during this time because I want my kid to have this, instead of allowing it to be what it is and let it be beautiful as what it is. You may have a challenging aspect, or a planet that is stereotypically doesn't do well there. Take, for example, me. Jupiter in Virgo is a good example, because Jupiter traditionally was a ruler of Pisces until we discovered Neptune, and Jupiter still has rulership in Pisces. I also have Mercury in Sagittarius, and Mercury likes to be in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini, but I have these placements and I have to work with them, right? And there are pros and cons, there are benefits and difficulties to everything. And I don't really know where that came from, honestly, but it's just, I've been going through this period where I'm just trying to do the best that I can. And, admittedly, I've had some down moments over these past few weeks, and a little bit of, like, anxiety about the direction of my channel, and just maybe even worried that I may not get the breakthrough that I'm looking for, and maybe what if this doesn't work out? What if I have to try something else? And of course, I don't want to think about that sort of stuff, but it's a reality. It's a possibility. I'll never stop studying astrology. I'll never stop making videos, or at the very least, I will never stop talking about it. But I realized that I kind of hit another threshold in my content creation, and I haven't been able to improve upon it. I haven't put in the time and the effort to improve upon it. And I realized that the reason why is because I have to work on myself. There are things that I have to work on. It's like I have to work on some of my vices. I have to work on really healing myself, especially when it comes, like, my physical health. That's, like, one thing that, like, I have, like, a bit of a gut right now, and I don't like it. I play around with it, and I kind of make fun of it, but at the same time, I want to zap some of this weight off. That's one thing. And I probably have been drinking more than I should, not getting drunk every night or anything like crazy like that, but I was drinking hard liquor more than I should, and I've cut back on that and been pretty much sticking to red wine. But it's like I said, I don't drink every day, whatever, but it's something that I wanted to fix. Another one I've been wanting to fix, and I'm gonna just be straight up open with this one, is I've been masturbating much more than I usually would. Like, normally it would be like maybe a couple times a month occurrence, but it's like, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you don't masturbate, whatever. And she's honestly cool about it, which is crazy. She's honestly really cool about it. She doesn't really trip out when I do it, you know. She does too. Probably not nearly as often as me because guys are gross. But I mean, I've been doing it more lately, and I've noticed that every single time that I do it, my energy gets zapped, and I think it's because it doesn't have the same effect as it used to. And I'm not sitting there like doing it every day or anything like that, but just I've been doing it more, and it's something that I've been struggling with. So it's like, I've been struggling with that. I've been struggling with being on time to work. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't do these videos full time. I would love to do this, you know, this work full time. I really would, because that's really my goal, is to do this full time, to make videos, to write, to paint, to go out and meet people and do like talking events and have other people come out and all this sort of stuff. That's what I want to do, you know. There's a lot of things I want to do, honestly. So I want to kind of tap back into my nerd side and like get involved in like, you know, I'm gonna say like Pokemon stuff, or like maybe doing like anime show reviews and all sorts of stuff like that. I want to make music eventually one day. I need to publish my second poetry book. You know, I published this one back in what was it? Was it last year? Or was it the beginning of? I'm pretty sure I published this at the beginning of 2017. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I think, or maybe it was the beginning of 2018. I can't exactly remember. I want to say it was the beginning of 2018 where I published this. And I have a lot of poetry that could probably be like at least twice this size as far as what I can put out. And I recently had someone who had purchased my book, and she said that she was really inspired by it. I'm like, that was kind of a kick to the can. I really appreciated it, like so much more than she probably realizes. But it's like, wow, it's like I kept giving myself dates of when I would get this thing out, and I kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, and it's just like, it doesn't seem like I'm really getting into it, you know. Or another thing is that, you know, I have a tendency to stay up late, and then like I want to wake up early and get things done, and it's not like if I don't get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning that I'm not going to be productive that day. But on the days where I do wake up early, I do enjoy it, you know. It's a multitude of things, guys. So it's like, you know, I feel like in order for me to do my best work and to give you all the content that you all deserve, because you guys are amazing people, you guys are amazing beings, and I'm so grateful to be connected with you all and to be a part of this community. I just know that I need to bring more to the table and bring more of myself, and really, I can honestly say right now that I don't feel like my cup is overflowing. I can honestly say that. And it's kind of an interesting thing. My dad's calling me, but I'll get back to that in a second. It's kind of a weird thing, because like, I want to get to that point. I want to get to the point where my cup is overflowing. And I don't know if any of you guys watched my video early today, the daily, but I got these two cards which came up, which are Dare to Be Happy and Have Fun. And then I have Journeying by Moonlight and Choosing Your Path. And see, the thing is that I actually did this reading like yesterday night, like around like 10 or 11. So, and that's really the intention, was to do them the night before, so I'm not rushing to do it in the morning, and I can actually kind of just enjoy my mornings. But it's like, yeah, I want to like dare to be happy and have fun and choose my path and do what it is I want to do. That also includes taking little breaks here and there. So it's like, I might be just taking just a little bit of a break. I probably will still get on Instagram. I know I didn't make any posts on Instagram the past couple days, but I just need a little bit of time to kind of figure things out and just sort of like kind of get back a little bit on track. I feel like I'm kind of gone off the ways a little bit, and the way I described it to Lauren yesterday, my fiance, soon-to-be wife, is like, I feel like an awkward middle stage evolution Pokemon. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I feel like I'm in that awkward middle stage where I'm not in my first form, where it's like, it's fresh, it's new, it's cute, and I'm not in my like awesome, super badass third form. I'm like in that awkward middle stage where like a lot of times people's favorites aren't even the awkward middle stage, although one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, Wartortle, is a middle stage Pokemon. And it's like, I do feel like in many ways I'm right there in that middle stage. Like I'm right there. I haven't quite evolved to that third stage, which is just badass. It's super fucking powerful. And not that, not that there won't be challenges when I get there and stuff like that. Not that I won't take L's when I get to that stage, but like I do feel like I'm like in this awkward middle stage evolution in my life right now. And I think I just need some time to kind of figure things out. So I wanted to bring you guys more of this content. I want to still keep doing the dailies and everything. But as far as the other stuff, like I said, I feel like I've just been pretty much doing dailies and then the videos about the moon and stuff. But I know that I can do more. I have time. I do have time, and time is super valuable. I'm North Node in Capricorn. This is one of my big lessons, is learning about the value of time. So, of course, Uranus is there, and Neptune is there too. So, conjunct my North Node in Capricorn. So it's like that's one of my things, is learning how to value time, especially since it's my second house. That's like a huge thing in my life. So learning how to value time and time management and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, it is what it is. I'm going to be working on making this channel better. I'm going to be working on making it look better, working on my video editing skills, probably get a logo made sometime soon for the channel, redo the intro. I'm not going to overhaul everything. I'm still going to be Astro Fenixx. I'm not going to change my name, but I am just going to take some time to like reorganize my thoughts, reorganize, my direction, what am I doing this for, my purpose, and just, get back to it. So just wanted to be honest with you guys about kind of where I am in my headspace. And like, it's weird, like I don't let it on. Like a lot of times people see me as this happy-go-lucky person who's saying Yahoo all the time, and I may say some weird, wacky, off-the-wall shit every now and again. People may see me as that, but like, I hide a lot of darkness and dark thoughts. It's like I hide a lot of it, and I have my methods of combating it and working with it and healing it, but I do feel like I need to take especially my mental health and my physical health right now much more seriously than I have been. But I still want to have fun with it. I still want to, like I said, dare to be happy and like take it more serious, but not also be so serious about it. I feel like it's like I'm almost rebelling against, like, I don't know if it's being better is the word, but almost just sort of like, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. Like, because like the way that I'm rebelling against it, I guess, is not in the traditional. Because I'm not like completely going off the rails and just trying to totally collapse my life on purpose or anything. But I do feel like I just haven't been giving enough. It's like I'm finishing in second place constantly. And it's like, I wouldn't mind finishing in second place if I felt like in some aspects I was finishing in first place, and even if I finish in like third or fourth or fifth place, but it feels like I'm constantly just missing it, just missing it, just missing it, just missing it, just missing it. And that's really to no one's fault but my own. It's a lot of self-undoing. It's a lot of self-doing. It's a lot of self-not-doing. That's just how I feel right now. And, maybe some of you all can relate to this. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're out there crushing it, and I applaud you for that. And I just want you to be happy, and I want to share in your happiness. Admittedly, right now, it's kind of hard for me to share in other people's happiness because I find myself getting jealous, and I don't want to be jealous of other people's success, But I find myself experiencing this, even though I might not say it outright, unlike I am right now. Like, I still feel it, and it's like I don't feel it all the time, stuff like that, but it happens. It does happen. And I have to just be honest with myself about that. It's just something that I have to work on. We all have our things that we got to work on. But, I think a lot of times we deflect. I think that's one way that we deflect so much, especially within the spiritual self-help community. Is that, everyone has something that they're working on. Everyone has an issue. Everyone has trauma. I think it's a way to deflect and make ourselves feel better. And we don't actually take responsibility and respond to what we really need to do. It's like, he, she they have this issue, whatever like that. So not that it makes it okay for me to have this issue, but maybe I don't have to work on as much because, you know, we love company. Whether we're happy or we're miserable, we love company or anything in between. So it's like, it's almost like this sort of like, excuse me, this weird culture banding together of like, hey, these are our shortcomings, whatever. And it's like, you know, I don't know if I want to be about that life, you know. You know, we all have shortcomings and stuff, but I really do want to work on mine. I really do want to make myself into a more actualized version, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's going to take the rest of my life. Honestly, it's not an overnight process, but that's what I'm going to work on. That's what I'm going to do, and I just trust that you are doing the same in your life. And if not, and if you're just doing what you're doing, all power to you, because we all transform and evolve on our own time, and trying to force other people to transform and evolve at the same pace as us is ludicrous. We shouldn't do that, because we are infinite beings. We all have infinite time. We really do. And it's like, everything eventually does come full circle, and then you start back over in some sort of way. So it's like, even after you make it, you're going to end up right back. Because even though I may evolve into that next stage, next thing you know, I'm a stage 1 Pokemon again. So it's like, it's about being grateful about where we are, and about acknowledging, you know, the incredible amount of opportunities that are afforded to us each and every single day, every single one of us, no matter how much money is in our pocket, no matter how much success we have or status we have, no matter how many degrees we have, no matter, you know, how many people we've slept with. That's another weird one. No matter how many people we slept with, and no matter whatever it is, you know, we all have equal opportunity afforded to us to really actualize and realize that anything is truly possible. Anything is truly possible. Even things that we have built up in our mind that are impossible, we put up all these barriers that we think are protecting us, but a lot of times we are closing ourselves in, or not allowing this fuller expression of who we are to come through. You know, when we allow that full expression to come through, that's when the water in our cup begins to rise, and then you hit that bliss point, and then it starts to overflow, you know. And then it's not just enough that it's overflowing in that moment. You got to keep it like that. You got to sustain it. And I think that's something that I've been working on, because there have been times where I have felt like my cup was overflowing, but being able to sustain it is another thing. And of course, yeah, there's still going to be always ups and downs, but having like this baseline of the sustainability of my cup overfloweth, that's what I'm aiming for. But admittedly, I can say right now with honesty that my baseline bliss, my cup is not overflowing. So that's just something I am working on, and I'm going to do my best with. But in anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the channel and supporting me, whether you have purchased a reading, whether you just, you know, you like the videos, or you comment, or you bought a copy of my book, or you're on my Instagram. I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me, much more than you realize, probably much more than I realize. I'll probably look back at these videos and be like, wow, I was whining about that. But, you know, it's like, it is what it is. This is what it is in the moment. I knew I had to make a video today. I knew I had to come on here and do something. Didn't quite know it was going to be like this, but hey, that's just, it is what it is and stuff. And, you know, yeah, I love you all so much. And I think just to close this out, I'm going to read some random passage from my self-meditation book. This is such a great little book. It's such a great little book. And I'm just going to go to a random page and just glide my fingers over with my eyes closed and see what pops up. Let's go right here. Okay. The third way is the path of the yogi, the path of knowledge and consciousness. Follow this path and you will develop your intellectual center. The third way, the center of the coin. Interesting. the middle path. Let's ponder on that. Let's ponder on that one. Anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you so much. You all stay blessed, stay blissed, and I will definitely be seeing you all in the next video. Peace, guys. Love y'all.